So maybe just beginning with the intention, I can allow my mind to rest for the next 10, 15 minutes. There's nowhere I need to be. There's nothing I need to be doing. Bringing mind and body together. And just as the body is seated here in this room, we can allow the mind to arrive here into this room. And just seeing if we can allow the attention to scan gently through the body. Just feeling into the stillness and the aliveness of the body as it's sitting here in this moment. How does the body feel? Maybe just sensing into our energy levels. Noticing where there might be tension in the body, where there's ease. And just seeing if we can feel for the gentle sensation of the breath. Nothing we have to do to control the breath or to improve the breathing. Sensing where the breath arrives in the body. Oxygen flows into the body. The lungs expand. And then that's softening through the chest and the abdomen, allowing for the full sensation of an exhalation. If we can really rest into the breath. And maybe just breathing into the face, letting the attention scan through the face. Maybe noticing where there might be any holding in the face, through the forehead, in the jaw. What's happening in the muscle of the tongue. Seeing if we can allow the tongue to soften. And maybe just bringing a little bit of attention to the corners of the mouth and allowing the corners of the mouth to soften. Mindfulness practice is always a practice of ease, of gentleness. We don't have to work hard. And we bring this smiling attention to our whole experience. Letting the awareness move down into the shoulders. Seeing if we can really sense into the feelings in the shoulders. Quite often the shoulders are subtly lifted. Shoulders that carry all our responsibilities. And right now, with nowhere we have to be and nothing we have to be doing, see if we can really allow the shoulders to soften. Breathing out through the shoulders, down through the volume of the arms. Mind and body are resting together. And bringing our attention into the skin of the palms of the hands, into the muscles of the hands. And we might just notice whether there's any gripping or holding in the hands. Maybe we could really breathe out through every pore of the skin of the palms of the hands. And bringing our attention down into that whole world of sensation in the hands. Sensations of temperature. Feeling of the air around the fingers. And the aliveness of the skin. And letting the attention drop down into the soles of the feet. Really feeling into that sensation of contact with the floor. The rootedness of the feet on the floor. So as we sense into the sensations of this whole body, see if we can just sit for a few moments, this breathing body. Nothing more demanding the mind has to do just now. Just be with this breathing body, just as it is. So it may be that we notice our mind is drifting down into sleepiness, wandering away into distraction, into thinking. So this is not an error of practice. This is an act of mindfulness to recognize, there's sleepiness. There's thinking. That's where my mind is just now, thinking. And then very gently, we see if we could unhook our attention from this tug of thinking, planning, doing. And very kindly, just guide the awareness back to the sensing, feeling mind, the aliveness of all the senses, here, this moment. And perhaps just expanding the awareness out a little. See if we can have a sense of the whole body seated here in this chair. And the particular sensations of contact with the chair. Feeling in the muscles of sitting down. And the particular quality of silence that's registered in the ears. How does this silence sound? In the way that the light is registering in the muscles of our eyes, even if our eyes are closed. The way our skin is registering the temperature of the room. And the whole play of temperature through the body, where there's heat, where there's coolness. So here we are, this collection of breathing bodies gathered here in this stillness. The shared intention, shared purpose of being here. So we could allow ourselves just to sit a few moments more and enjoy a sensation of stillness, just being with whatever is there. The kind and resting attention. So we could just take a few moments to very gently bring ourselves out of concentration. So slowly opening our eyes in our own time, maybe bringing a little bit of movement into our hands and our feet. So one of the ways it can be very helpful for exploring our practice is just to share with others how that practice was for us, what we noticed in that practice. And it's also a nice way of meeting your neighbour. So we might just turn to the person next to us or person nearest to us and just take a couple of minutes just to share, how was that sitting for you? Were you there? Were you awake? Were you elsewhere? What did you notice in the body? And maybe even what brought you here today. You might also want to share why you're here today. And then we'll invite Harry Burns, who is our first speaker for this morning.